If I can say I have a dream for myself personally, it would be to be a father, because all the stuff that I aspire to do, I believe will already be done. And for myself personally, I would like to be a father. And a part of that is you probably have to know how to talk to women, right? And I say I can't. I'm a good speaker, despite what y'all may see on here. But nope, that isolation autism came back in again. Because, I don't know where to start, man. There was one major instance of it, and then we gonna get on to the main, John, the man. So, of course, I work as a cook, in the back of Zaxby's, as y'all know. And let's say chicken was in the fryer, right? And we were waiting for it to get, ready. And, beautiful brown skinned woman, right? Beautiful black sister. She was there. And she was coming back. She's the one that prepares all the stuff. I just, the man gets her ready for the meals. And I was getting in, and she was coming back. She was like washing her hands or something. And I was about to remind her of time, and it was, oh my God, bro. Hopefully, I really need to get my stuff in check sooner rather than later. Because, yeah, we're going to do this. Because you see, the sun's really the man. But she was coming back, and this is what I did. Put 3 up in the air. I didn't say anything. Because how it goes is, and I think it's because those damned orthodontists. I'm not about to get heated yet, but those orthodontists, I'm pretty sure they messed up my teeth. And combined with the isolation autism, it messed up with the way I spoke. So Bear was like my mouth was, I don't think it was like that, but how it goes is my mouth prepares to speak, right? So it just goes like, right? And imagine that with the 3 in the air. I was straight crazy. But then it came to me. So I was like, damn, is this how this stuff is gonna go now? I feel amped up today, But power structure tries me every day. And yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Hopefully you don't think I'm weird now. And that's just, hope that can still work out, pray. But yeah, that was an autism moment the other day. I also just got my hair done. For the graduation stuff. Yeah, I'm graduating. I'm thinking about more and more is like, I don't wanna go to college anymore, man. Maybe we'll get into that later today. Maybe that's for a different episode, but especially all this stuff just leading up to it. I don't need to cut my hair for graduation, man. You already see how I fit this hat on. How much tighter is the cap gonna be, man? But my mama's gonna be mama. She's gonna be ornery. So it is what it is. I just gonna know. It is what it is. 3 more months, right? Yeah, I can't be dealing with this shit anymore. Dealing with this ish. But yeah, especially the relationship I have with my hair is, every kid gets the fade, the obligatory fade. We curse our children like that. It is what it is. I don't even know. I think more so now. I don't think I even seen kids with, braids or dreads at all. Everybody just had the fade. Back in my little area of Pennsylvania, right? So they're getting better at it, but I definitely think it's, a system of, the power structure, white supremacy, that we all have to cut down our natural hair. For why? I don't know. That's just the shit we do. All I need, I've been on this, but everybody's gonna do the shit that they do, right? Whatever happens, happens. So all I need to ever do is my hairline. I'm trying to grow, big afro. But it always gets cut down every time. And for something as insignificant as a graduation ceremony, we're acting like I was in the school, like I did this on my own. To be 100% honest with you, And, you know, I don't like saying that because when you say you're about to be honest, you imply you were lying. But, you know, I was lying most of the time with school because I was cheating. You know, I wouldn't have got through this. It wasn't my choice to get through this. I would have done it until I was 21. And that's just how things, you know, were aiming to go. But I got through it. It's not even like a real ceremony. I'm like, it was all virtual. Hello, sir. But I'm in the virtual school. But then there's this whole ceremony. This is fake, man. You might as well do it on a Zoom call. Talk about a ceremony for online schools. Yeah, right. I don't want to believe that anyone's going to cyber school as their first choice, you know. I feel like this might as well be the misfit kids. You know what? And I'm really frustrated right now too. So I'll be like, fuck these niggas, man. Excuse me, crackers. I'm not gonna grace them, but I'm just pissed, man. Just cutting my hair all the time. Nobody gets. Feel like I'm alone, really, in my own house. I'm just pissed off, man. And that's very good. That's very good. Be frustrated. Because everything that exists in life, everything that exists in life is to keep you less frustrated, right? Is there something that we pay for that makes us more frustrated? And what I mean by frustrated is everything we spend is, you know, an illusory veil to the truth. And the truth makes me angry. Sometimes they try to trick me. See, mama would do some ornery stuff, right? It's like, oh, let's get pizza. And then you know, I cut my lifespan a bit for exchange for a smile. So now I'm not gonna be happy all the time. I'm actually very frustrated. You know, the sun's out, you know, God working, but life is frustrating, man. It is. Life don't always distract me. Hello. But these videos keep me on. I don't know, they just keep me at life. So even with what we spend, that frustrates me too. You see, we're employed by them, and we just give them back their money. We would pay them to kill us. That's how it goes. For exchange of a smile. So we don't gotta do anything today. I'm fine with tomorrow. I'm not fine with 2 tomorrows from now. Because then you're getting way too far off. You know, tomorrow we can work with tomorrow. Sometimes today bleeds into tomorrow. But 2 tomorrows, you might as well say you don't want to do it. It would be stuff like that. But anyway, today we're going to give them some more money. So it's one of those days. But this will be my last penance, I told myself. You know, my last offering. Because it really pisses me off that when we cut my hair for no reason, you know, we got a little, you know, police watcher to the left of us. But we spent all this hair care stuff. I don't trust anything we buy from them because I'm not sure if it even applies to our demographic. I'm sure they don't even use shea butter, coconut oil. That's our stuff. I might be quiet, but who am I, right? But I don't know how much this stuff even applies to our hair. My hair shampoo, I don't know. Let it. But you know, that's what you get when I'm basically a child to everybody around me. I'm not a person. That's why I feel more of a person at work. And I'm starting to feel out, you know, how others feel about work. Work is an escape from BS. I sure know that's what it is for me. I'm seeing, you know, how people power can be useful. It always has been, and I've always known it, but you have to see it. Like I always say, You know, theory is based off real life. Sometimes you gotta live to write theory. Most times you have to live, actually. You know, it's that third dimension of deepness. 3D of deep. But yeah, we're gonna head over to Andy's probably, because one of my favorite distractions when I was young, and you know, not so far or long ago, was getting ice cream. Some BS would happen, we would get ice cream, or I would get it. The last time I got Rita's, I'm sure my Pennsylvania heads know Rita's. It's a great spot. It's a great distraction, but it's not feeding anybody. And I finally have to, you know, be responsible for myself, because I'm going to be soon, in a way that actually matters. Not none of that school stuff. Oh, you gotta do your homework today. Does the sun fall when I don't do the homework? Nah. And it never mattered anyway. We gonna use all this time just to go to a white college, PWI, and give them more money. We already give them enough money with taxes. We gonna get dinner off them, get our yards done by them. It's really disheartening, man. But I'm gonna be alone. And sometimes you gotta be alone in your frustration. And you can't expect anybody to join you. But it's gonna be definitely better if I'm not alone doing this. I feel the weight every day. Especially the illusion of togetherness that I find at home. And together, man. Mama decided to add a fuck buddy to the house. That's really how I feel, man. And, you know, it's always something to keep you from being angry at what you very much well have the right to be angry at. And I'm angry at it. But the thing is, in the perfect world, the way I'm living, I'm gonna live longer than my mama. And every nigga she brought into our house, since I was a boy. And he said, "You still a boy, nigga? You my dick, bro. You ain't a boy dick." Talk about some boy. I mean, I'm about to be grown soon. I would even argue, nah, man. I'm talking about people that don't matter. I know some boys smarter than adults. Let me just say that. I know some niggas that's 60 gonna die young. Talk about some boy. Like we even lived that long. What I seen, my father figure died at 20. Talk about some boy. Now this is real life. You breathing real air. Interacting with real people. Come as you are. I think that's what churches should be. Because a lot of times, admittedly, maybe it's just part of being human. But, you know, want to either feel special for knowledge you have, or exclude people for not being at that same spot yet. And really what I want is a better community. Better than how I found it, you know? And that's part of being alone, you know? You gotta stay at your frequency. You know, if the adults, people already alive, don't get on it, well, that's what I can, you know, assure for the kids. My kids gonna live better than me. And money's never gonna be a part of that. You know, we were poor when I was born. We may even be poorer when my kid was born, but we don't find a way, and that's it. Any BS, you know, that happens, I had to go through it to know not to give it. I'm gonna take that, you know. I'm not gonna pass it on. I gotta live it to know it. A lot of people ain't live it, and they don't gotta know it. I gotta just, you know, just stay in my vibration, my frequency, and stay frustrated. Because every dollar you spend It's usually to keep you peaceful. And money is something, same with the knowledge tip. Money is something that separates us from who we are, who we used to be. I think, churches, well, I'm not exactly well versed in how churches work or any of the Bible teachings, but it should be a place, especially for us, where we can come as we are, because we already put through a lot of BS. We can't fight on that front too. That's how I imagine them being. I'm no church scholar, no Bible scholar. I don't know anything. I don't know what God's teachings are. But, when I'm living life, I can hypothesize and theorize something that's going to be useful to the people, right? And a safe space is what I imagine. You already know my opinions on that, right? I feel like the supreme is all of us. We all come from the same well. As people or as Africans. The latter might be, unjustifiably controversial. There's some, you don't see anything on the internet, right? People could have, never read a day in their lives. But it's still controversial that ancient Egyptians were Africans, as if they were Arab people. Are you being serious? The Arabs colonized Egypt. That's why they there. Why you think the entirety of North Africa belongs to the Middle Easterns? Because they, enslaved Africans like everyone else. That's just the truth of it. So yeah, we need libraries too. We need a culture of libraries too. Because while libraries still exist, they'd be splintered like everything else. You got maybe one good leader every 30 miles. And we don't need a leader either. But that's how we rouse. Someone has to be the leader. It is what it is. But yeah, from now on, I would rather not feed they well. I'd rather not feed they well any more than I already have to. Getting a job and working for rent is already something I don't believe in. I don't believe in rent. I don't believe in landlords, none of that. I think houses should be free. Now this is, every doctrine starts with its ideals. And maybe we can put these into place someday. But, yeah. Here's what I imagine. Take their money, right? And they're already gonna take some back and put it, they're gonna take some as taxes, right? So I think it's my responsibility with my ethics, with the money I have. Wow, look at this. Like Children of the Corn. I never watched that movie. I always like when that reference is made, though. We honest here. There ain't no one, set of movies you need to watch. Everybody watches something different. But, yeah. I'm starting to cling less on being happy. And that might sound unhealthy, it is. That's honestly where I think I need to be right about now. Because besides some people I may share blood with, I'm really alone. My mother already got a new nigga. Sure, changed her name. She got rid of her middle and last name. Damn, she's trying to be a whole new person. You can miss me with that, mama. It hurts me seeing that. I have her blood. I was about to say I don't have a last name. But after everything I've seen with all the men that came in and out of the house. You know, there was an argument at the house once over one of the guys mama brought that cheated on her or something. I believe that was the story. I was never told. You see, when that stuff happens to a kid, you never tell them. It's just a bunch of angry, loud energy. You know, my brother was mad. It's just loud. And no one ever told me anything. So you're just a kid in disarray. They don't worry about that. And you got to go through it to know you don't want that. I had to see racism to know we got to extinguish this. And some people don't like to see it because they have, you know, white ideals, white morals, you know, white overseers. They like white restaurants. Nah, man. I'm trying to, would it be to restore a feeling? Yeah, like I said, maybe I missed the feeling. I want to feel like I did when I was young. Maybe not exactly go back, you know? And whatever comes with that, comes with that. But I got to show these people, even my family included, that being pro-black is... it's not crazy. You know, that this is what... you gotta make sacrifices to do what is required. I'm not gonna find a partner to spite my child when my child needs me. I'm not gonna do that. Because a lot of times I've seen people's personal wants get in the way of what I feel to be their responsibilities. And I feel like black people have a responsibility to their community. I don't know about everybody else. But, you know, with other minority groups, we see that. When you're wearing the white sweater, it's going to be hard to include all your family. Because you become white. You're no longer Italian, or whatever that is. But I'm not here to advocate for them. This is just the nature of it. White is evil. But my fun is secondary. Because I want to be fulfilled. And it really eats up at me, you know, always feeding they well, right? And now that I'm getting money again, you know, I'm paying them. I'm getting they cut, right? And I'm working with people. That's a great feeling. People can work together if they get past, you know, the illusions, the Maya of white. White has only ever been used to divide people. And the term black was just to make Africans seem less than. I would like to invest in my community more. Invest in those, man. I was thinking about just staying at home today. You know, we already have some snacks from, I don't remember when. My brother was over. Yeah, I wasn't really sure. And, you know, maybe the last thing I say before we go to the spot, you know, put my hat down, cross the John, right? Because we gonna take the long way. We're going to take the Zaxby's route back. And, you know, we got this part of life. Was that good? Anywho. Yeah. You don't always have to spend something. If you're going to spend something, be responsible, man. Yeah. You know, I'm just excited to be in life again. I've been free for, well, I don't want to use free sparingly. Especially when you're black in America. You're just given some liberties, right? You're not free. We have to go to the grocery store. I think we're really free when we can get everything from us and not feel the weight of, you know, white glasses looking at us. And, you know, even some brothers wear white glasses, right? All minorities do under white supremacy. When you see yourself as, you know, second class. But I think that's already something I changed. But there's always more. Because, you know, ultimately, my siblings and I grew up in the same area, right? You know, northwest, I always say northwest, northeastern Pennsylvania. And I just thought, luckily I found the right influences when, the school system cast me out, or I guess mama pulled me out to help, curate my ethics. I'd say I'm doing good right now. hmm But yeah, last thing. Life is ultimately what you make of it. And a lot of people are put at the edges of society to where they believe life does not matter. And that's nihilism. But nihilism is ultimately more self-empowering. When I believe, is it Nietzsche? Remember the German dude was? They all take from Africans. I don't matter. Nihilism is nothing matters, right? Meaning there's no restrictions to what you do. There's no barriers. You can do whatever you want. You can be powerful when everyone says you're not powerful, because what they say doesn't matter. That's nihilism. They say you can't fly, but you want to fly, and you try to fly anyway. That's nihilism. And there's a lot of strength in that. And sometimes I wonder, what am I doing this for? What if I die before I expect to? I don't know when I expect to, but I guess a better way to say it is, what if I die, before I can put in place everything I would like to? And I was thinking, maybe nothing matters then. But when there's nothing you can do, God damn it. Excuse me. All right, I'm a freak it. The question is, what do you do when there's nothing you can do and you can't do nothing? You just do what you can, man. That was a great quote, and it always eludes me. When there's nothing you can do and you can't do anything, you just do what you can. Life is strong in that sense. You might die, but for some people that's fun. I want to pave a way for the next. And I hope, religion as a system may be used to divide or distract as another distraction. But I think beyond that system of, paying penance, you're always these systems that make mega churches, beyond it is, or I guess before all of that was spirituality. And I hope the Creator, Vishnu, God, whoever, does what they shall. Life is meaningless, and that makes it full of meaning. You gotta fill it with meaning. That's how you be human. That's how you be something that can die. Because the God in you that wants to make something that lasts is powerful. But yeah, we're gonna get on our way. Maybe y'all gonna see my haircut. I don't tend to care about these things. I'm still in the maybe purgatory period of my life, right? Where I'm just going through stuff, doing what, getting where I fit in. And I want to eventually, make my own pocket. I'm still, facing BS. They're always cutting my hair, shit like that. So I'm just rolling with the punches. Work is, I like work. It's in a way. That's what I got from band. But unfortunately, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was lack of a father. In spite of every nigga that came in, I do still have a father. And when it comes to nihilism, despite all the stuff my parents, my family does that I'm not, the most keen on, this is important. And whatever happens, happens. And I would like to keep them around if, my ideology burns bright enough to inspire and, burn through any doubts that what I'm doing is meaningless. It's not going to amount to anything. I hope, at least when it comes to my, what they call it, immediate family, because we all came from the same spot. And there's two types of trauma responses. Either, you are where you came from, or you do despite, or to spite, And I think for me, I'm never going to feel as strongly with anything as I will with my mother, hearing her get berated. I'm half jealous of her, but that's a different situation. That she put me all through this BS, and she's the one who gets, a partner, and just gets to put me to the side. I guess that's a part of where my nihilism came from, and I'm trying to turn it into something positive, because that gave me no ties. My father never disappointed me like that. It's very flawed, but he's flawed in the way all of us are, in the way I resonate with more. Not just because he's also a man, but it's because the whole, thing with money that caused them to, to cause my parents to get divorced. At least when we did go to see him, it never felt like he didn't care. That felt like a lapse in judgment. With my mother, it didn't. It seems like she would do for herself now. She already had her set of kids. And with her one kid, she's like, what if I have fun? And that's the worst thing. It's really saddening. It felt like something comes before the children. And that was when I still thought I needed something from her. And now that I'm making my own money, I don't. This house, I have cousins. We have better relationships. I have a better relationship with them than my mother. It's very skewed. And I don't think, we'll see what happens, but that complication there is something I don't have with my father. Despite how I may feel about seeing him, the way he spoke, he mellowed out over the years. But it never seemed like he put something before us, despite his own endeavors that we would go on sometimes. But yeah, he's a lot more mellow now, and meditated now as an old man. But my nihilism gives faith to those who said my dreams and aspirations for my people didn't mean anything. That's what you got to do. That's the God in me. The man in me wants to feel soothed by the distractions. I can feel soothed by meditation, soothed by sleep. The man. So yeah, it's getting a little bit darker now. All right. So we're just gonna plant this hat here. I think I'm gonna bring my backpack. Can y'all see that? I can't even see if y'all see. Is that better? Can y'all see that? I don't know. By the way, I think my back is fucked up too. Doesn't matter. You know, I'll just be getting little comments on my back. No, not here. Lord knows y'all don't comment. Y'all like that. Which I'm not trying to sound ungrateful. I'm grateful for y'all. You know, not a system that gives me liberties but no freedom. I'm gonna use as much of my liberties as I can to create freedom. And when they do what they do, no man. One thing my mama told me, she is intelligent. I'll give her that. You know, maybe a flawed mother, but I take what I can get. It's basically my only sibling, friend, and mother. You know what I mean? And I lost them all. We about to get sad. Anyway. Yeah, she said, we don't need leaders anymore. We just need people doing stuff in their little pockets. Because when they take down one of us, we're going to lose everything. And I agree with that. We need little splinter groups in every major black city. You know, doing what they do. And make sure none of us have the pride enough to not work together when necessary. Because how I imagine it, if we're going to have to do what we need to do, hopefully at least in my lifetime, maybe the battle won't happen, but maybe the funding. I imagine grocery stores and more engineering, you know, manufacturing for the black community to exist. You know, before I leave. I'm setting it to, you know, it's on wax. Black grocery stores to feed and black manufacturing so we can get our goods. You know, I'm sure you can assume what the goods are, but all types of goods, clothes, you know, household appliances. I forgot to put my jaw on there. I'm sorry. Got ahead of myself. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I didn't know it was like that. Lord Almighty. Well, I told you I'm in the purgatory, so none of this really matters. The hair's gonna grow back. Man, a lot of days I wish I was just Patch Kid. I'm probably gonna make a song about that. I used to have patches on the side of my hair, and that's what we cut my hair. So it doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter if I do a fucking a backflip on the oven. You're still gonna give me a fade or fucking shape up. I don't need a fucking shape up. I need a fucking hairline. That's all I'm ever gonna need. I'm putting all this shit in my hair. It's probably made for white people, definitely by white people. Spending this part of your, you know, salary, I guess, to buy for this shit we don't need. Cutting my hair when we don't need to. But, you know, we got money to spend. We gonna pay them to kill us, as we do. So, I'm not grateful for the hair stuff, but I'm gonna take it. Because it's not like I could have convinced my sister not to get it. So, yeah, I'm not grateful for that. No. When we didn't need to do this shit, I'm not grateful for that. No, I'm not. What the fuck is that? Anyway. Yeah. It is what it is. I don't identify with my face. All I know is that I'm black. Yeah. So I don't really care. I mean, at work I wear a hat, but oh my God. No, this shit is hideous, man. You know, I'd rather just get the fade, man. But who gives a fuck, man? My life isn't even how I want it to be in the first place. So I'm not gonna use my liberties to choose the worst or the less worst of two evils. Nah. I'm gonna try to choose something good. How's that sound? And when it comes to politics, maybe I'll abide by that rhetoric. I mean, we just want politicians to do everything for us. They're not supposed to. Power to the people, not power to the politician. That's a different type of dictator. But yeah, we just gonna roll with the punches, man. At least I have it on camera how I used to look. Lord Almighty. So hopefully we can watch the sun go down. Now, do I pee now? Cause we're going to Andy's, and you know, for me, I want this to be my last. Cause I just lauded, you know, buying all these products we don't need. When for the hair we just use shea butter and coconut. I don't even know why we need all this other shit. But that's for my life. I'm not living my life currently. I'm a tax write-off. I wouldn't even call myself a son. Sibling, and it's on some days. But nah. I'm just doing the best with the liberties allowed it to me. Shit ain't always gonna be peachy when someone's giving you something. But now that I'm getting something for myself, right? We can get cool now. We can get cool now. Oh, that's what that was. Got some people practicing. That's what I need to do. Start practicing my speech so I don't be stuttering in front of women. Don't be looking straight crazy. You know, I hope she don't think I'm weird now. That was just a little brain malfunction. Man, I'm ready, God. Do what you need to. Or I guess at least the hat fits better, I guess. I don't know. What's wrong with the punches, man? But yeah, we're gonna head over to John, and then boom. Hello. I'm doing good. How are you? You too, man. You know, but from here, it's always been sort of in my brain, but a lot of stuff, the mouth speaks what the heart doesn't believe. And there's a lot of stuff I knew back then that I didn't understand. And that's something like spend money to make money, or you should use the money you have to make more money, right? And it was a shame I had to wait like 3 years to finally put that into practice. And you know, slowly. A lot of stuff is gonna happen slowly, and it's never gonna be as quick as you want it, especially when you're by yourself, basically. You know what's something you need? A comrade. Unless you're really aligned with your divine, it's best to have another comrade. We're gonna hold you to standards, right? So yeah, we're going down there. If y'all don't know what Andy's are, or excuse me, what Andy's is, it's another custard spot like Rita's, right? And yeah, I remember we used to get it a lot here, because for the longest time Rita's wasn't down here, and I thought it was like Wawa, right? Where it's just one of those places that gets added on later, right? Or excuse me, Wawa is just one of those places that's like region specific. It's like Weiss. What y'all know about Weiss, man? Or ShopRite. I barely remember Weiss. I remember ShopRite because every time we would go there, it would smell like collard greens, like a lot more dank. I don't know. I think it was just collard greens because that's like the smell it reminds me of. But yeah, my parents did their best, man. It was nice. but you need a comrade. And currently I'm not sure how I feel about, you know, having other people involved in this little personal thing. I was started when Mama popped up, but it's just different when it's people you don't really know. As in, like, people you don't have no baggage with. You know what I mean? It's different there. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Well, yeah, it's not gonna change anything. Nobody's going to smile at me more because of my hair. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Yeah, we're gonna cross this Big John. Look at the sun go down. We're gonna get the main. And yeah. Then yeah, this will be my last piece of coal I put in a furnace. Cause I believe they're already taking enough. And I would like to build our own fires. You know what I mean? Oh, let's see how this goes. But yeah, I guess y'all can see me take this route. Because I don't think y'all ever seen me. Well, y'all might have. Were y'all here during a Crumble Cookie trip? Or when I got interviewed there? I remember waiting at a chair. I don't think y'all were there. So y'all gonna join me on the route. So now y'all can finally see I really do got this. I'm different. I keep my feet on the land, I mean. Yeah, man, you just gotta intake the energies. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, flower smell I can't always get behind. Look at that. I used to think there were certain places around me you couldn't go without a car, but no. We got our feet on land, and we basically doing what we usually do, right? Oh yeah, look at that, look at that. I feel like I'm on top of the world. But what we do is, see how there's no cars there right now? You basically wait for a way. Now let's hope we can get there before those cars cross. Because I know they ain't gonna give me a break. Okay, let's do it. Let's rush. So now we're on the left side, and usually you gotta wait for piers like this where the road's clear. That's where you make your way across. Gotta make your way to the middle. It's clear there, you know, so we don't get our way soon. Boom, right now. Whew. Whew. Like that, like that. Our feet on the land, and here we are. We at Andes, man. They got whole Andes jump. Whew. I'm burning those triglycerides, getting that cholesterol down. Yeah, I'll come back. Okay, we's back like we never left. Now I was about to film the whole thing, the whole way. It wasn't that long. I feel like maybe 6 or 7 minutes, but yeah, really made me feel almost like this. I felt the finality. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I felt the finality, right? I gotta find a place. We're gonna find a place to talk. But yeah, there we go. That was one of my first things I got down here. This is with my cousins and my uncle. I remember it very vividly. I still haven't decided whether vividly is positive, like you remember it good, or not. I'm not sure. Hello. But yeah, I remembered it vividly. I think, as in I remember it clearly. Okay, I say I'm gonna research it. I don't think I will. But yeah, got this little cup of memories right here. I can't eat it right now because that's a spoon. It's custard. Now I think they do something different from Rita's. But yeah, either way, I can't eat it right now. So we're gonna find some place to parch before we go down there on our way back. And while I was waiting, I found some familiar faces. Now, probably not fond familiar faces, no man. It'd be fun if everybody just go to Target, right? I know, we divesting. This is divest day. We can do whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I'm not going to no Target. Why even got to get off Target, you know what I mean? But we just go. I'm not sure if those girls are talking to me. It feels great being the man. But yeah, some people I remember from bands. I still never got to clear up, that whole situation. It wasn't my. I would have stayed if I had the choice to, if I could, you know what I mean? But yeah, do I know them? It's a little far. And of course, my eyes getting a little shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's good to see sisters out in the world. You know what I mean? The feeling's still alive. But ooh, now that we're here, we can set a precedent. Maybe I can go to one of these other stores one day. I have no reason to be at that. But yeah, maybe I can parch you against like an umbrella or something. Then the man. Oh, my John's spilling. Okay. Nope, that's all right. I'm gonna miss you, ice cream. But this is like a parting gift. I'm about to be an adult soon. I'm about to be the man. But yeah, it's kind of, you know what? There's no such thing as looking bad, okay? The right eyes are gonna see you. There's no such thing as a bad haircut. There's a haircut you want people to see. I'm very cynical about my hair. I've been given the fade way too many times. I almost felt like a punishment at one point, rubbing salt in the womb type. I'm on the tip of meeting people I used to know. It's summer now. Everybody's gonna be at Stonehill. This is Stonehill Plaza, man. Just gotta do a little, we in the world, can it? I'm not sure if I used that correctly, but no, I just got rushed with a rush of emotions. Flushed with a rush of emotions. Came here when I was 9. Got my first This John when I was 9. I'm 17 now. Now, I remember this smell. I used to use Old Spice conditioner, right? I'm not sure if it smells good or if it smells like crap, right? I'm not sure. But there's no such thing as good or bad. You know, there's just what you're used to and what you say you like. Okay, hopefully no bird shit in this. Okay, boom. So yeah, I know a spot by the Cinemark. Let's see if we can watch Boosters one of these days, right? By the Cinemark. And that's a black production. Fortunately, it's funded by Blood Money, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm acting like I really know what that means. I'm just, you know, ear hustling off the grapevine. But yeah, maybe we can watch that one of these days. I gotta put myself to the standard because people don't be believing in you, man. Even when I come back to like when are we gonna lose you again? People be cynical too, pessimistic. And that's just how it be. There go, that's the John. But yeah, we going. Let's see if we can work something here. Wow, look at that. More beautiful sisters. Maybe Indians. Shout out Indians too. Now, ever since we've been here, maybe the last 2.5 years or so. Okay, maybe I can like perch it against the John. No, we live it, man. But yeah, we getting a lot larger. I look strange. This is how I look. What the hell? But yeah. Shout out the Brown sisters too. I love y'all. Brown is back now. Maybe it left. I don't know. Maybe it left where you are, but Brown is back. I'm gonna miss this. Or maybe I won't miss it. A lot of times you don't miss something. Or well, maybe you do miss it, but you've just been away from it for so long that you don't think about it anymore. Yeah, that's what happens with a lot of people. With like old friends. I never stopped missing you. It's just, you know, life did what life does. Now we're going our separate ways. And if we meet, then we can rekindle. That's the same way I feel about, you know, Julia and Claudia. Maybe they're so in their life that they don't want to reminisce. And I understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. Just some people respond to it differently. This is still very silly looking. I'm not used to this. This is how my body looks in real life. I'm one of the people that think the mirror be selling me. No, the mirror actually has my good side. The phone camera be selling me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's being real close to me. Amen. Being real close to my mug. I don't know. I like the mirror better. That also corresponds with my views on just life in general. With my views on life in general. You're better off just living in real life, man. Yeah, she bad as hell. Sexy brown sister. I feel weird saying this. Hey, nah, man. Never said I lie. Never say I lie. Now let's see if we can yap for, I don't know, all the way it would take me to do this. Because when we do this, we just don't get on what we gotta get on to, you know? Mm. I'm getting too whimsical in this, John. Oh, what? No. You gotta be whimsical. Sometimes you gotta be whimsical, man. But yeah, maybe we'll plan another day. We go out and watch I Love Boosters. I heard good things about that one. Yeah, we gonna see it. You know, we can do like a movie, John. Reaction. There we go. It's a brown summer, baby. Life never stops or starts lifing. You just got to get into it. I'm getting into it now. I'm taking in the vibrations, man. And I got to watch out too. You know, Freddie ornery people. I'm just trying to, man. Yeah, remind me of a lot of after school days, after band more so, when they would be having this mad late. I asked Mama, it was like during 9th grade, and can we go get some Andes? Would be my John. Then we go back to the apartment. Man, good times. You know, the hospital wasn't there. Not saying hospitals aren't good times, but this is just me reminiscing. Sometimes it gets better, but you still reminisce, you know? Rose tinted glasses. Can I? No, I can't yap. Because the thing about yapping, Candid don't go too well when you eating too. Yeah, man. Let me check the time. 8:30. God damn. We gonna miss our curfew. Who cares? We just living, man. I also can't eat it on our way. Something to me. After I finish this, I'm gonna tell Mama I'm gonna be out a little later. I mean, that curfew stuff really never defended from anything. I'm pretty sure we'll get there before 10, right? I don't know. Let's not speak anything. But yeah. Should I even cut this? No, we're gonna find something. Yeah, maybe one of these days we're gonna watch Boosters. I forgot to get tickets for that at the Cinemark. Yeah, it's a brown summer, baby. Brown boys are back. But fuck Nav. They always try to lie to me, acting like Nav's a good rapper. They lost me there. Nav is like a YSL clone. Every type of YSL member is what Nav is. I'm not getting anything new from no Nav. But shout out the other brown boys. Shout out Lost Official, if anybody knows who that is. The Canadian Justin Bieber. Excuse me. Justin Bieber is Canadian. The Indian Justin Bieber, I meant to say. If there's any ball knowers. Shout out Malika. No bad Indian John. I used to know back in school. You know, we used to have something going on. Maybe we can rekindle that this summer. She was bad to me. Shout out Shiva, Lord Shiva. You know, we really have African ancestors. We all the same. You know, Shiva got dreads too. We got the same hair structure. We got the same skin. We are brothers too. But the power structure is going to put us against each other. And we should be working together. maybe y'all can just take in the air with me, man. This is a trash can by the hotel. We're good. Yeah. But it's like one of those things. You might miss it, but once you experience it, you know you won't. As in, you can live without it. You can live without everything. But you know, you just gotta put in the hours, man. Last time I was out, excuse me. Last time I was up this late, it was for work and band. Man, it really is. Isolation is bad, man. You're getting robbed or sheltered from life energy, sheltered from prana. You're taking everything in from a blue light, a black mirror. Do the knowledge. Okay, it's getting like watery now. Maybe I'm self-centered, but it happens the same thing when you enter a room and black people start laughing. Ooh, you lose all self-confidence. And the same thing with this car. Was me talking? Me eating? What was that? Anyway, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Not everything's about you. Yeah, same people from before? No, it's not. Maybe it is. I don't know. You know, this girl's night out. It's a brown summer, y'all. I'm telling you. I like this. We're gonna get more of this one day. We have fun in the house too. And time is of the essence, especially now. I always wish I would have started this whole thing sooner. But life is beautiful. What movies are even out? Now, after this, we're going to look at the movies and see what kind of doo-doo garbage they got on the airwaves. I will drink the rest of this. Because, well, you can't see it. Yeah, well, just take my word as it's basically just, you know, milk now. Yeah, that saved us some time. All those days after band. And you know, life always goes on with or without you. I would like to stay in band, or I guess, you know, me then. You know, same concept. Maybe I do miss it, but I just haven't been in it for a long enough time to where it's like I'm really indifferent. That's, if I'm not nihilistic, it's indifferent about a lot of things. Nihilistic is empowering to me, but I'm just indifferent from a lot of stuff I used to feel angry about. Yeah, man. Okay, let's try my mouth. I don't know how to mog. Should I? What even is that? Mogging isn't real. See this one YouTube short? No. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm out of my days of, you know, revelry. I've been consuming knowledge since you last seen me. You know, sometimes I trip in it. I watch, you know, some of my Decade videos. You know, the Yu-Gi-Oh YouTuber, Master Duel. But yeah, maybe like a video. But I'm getting better. This is stuff you gotta take. So thank you. Goodbye, Andes. Sweet Sense 86. You're gonna live on with or without me. So yeah, let's check out what movies they got going on. Amen. Because Yeah, all I is Devil Wears Prada 2, right? They got another animal movie. Breadwinner. What's that Nickelodeon show? So yeah, let's look at this. You got Breadwinner. I think I might have seen ads for that. That looks interesting, I guess. The Sheep Detectives. I'm not watching that. You got Bryan Cranston and Regina Hall. Y'all seen that? You got Devil Wears Prada 2. You got Kendrick Lamar. Oh, I was trying to make a joke. This is Backrooms. Yeah, my cousin and I thought about seeing that. Devil Wears Prada 2 again. You got Star Wars movie. I'm not watching that. Yeah, I'm not watching that. Oh, they got trash here. This is Sunday. I mean, that's why everybody out, man. Passenger. I'm not sure what that is. That's like a documentary or something. Masters of the Universe. That sounds familiar. I probably heard it in like what's that the old rapper's name? It was like Master Killer or like Capadonna made something about like comics. Does anybody remember that? What's that called? Oh yeah, Obsession. Yeah, I'm good on that. Is I Love Boosters even here? I swear nah, man. No, we going should we ask today? No, I'm gonna look. Cause look, it'd be mad packed in this junk. No, we can just check on that little board. I'm blind as hell. Yeah, this little screen. What the hell? Showing lagging. Yeah, they got Scary Movie. What's SMC, man? Sean about pissed me off, bro. Oh my god, bro. Yo, this shit bugged out, bro. Okay, no, I just need to see. Do they have I Love Boosters? I see the Amazing Digital Circus. That was a fad I was never into. Not a fact. I'm just gonna ask this guy. Oh, I just have a question. Do y'all have I Love Boosters? You have I Love Boosters? Is that like a movie playing?
Oh, I Love Boosters? No, we don't.
Oh, okay. You don't know if that's at like any...
We're not getting it, no.
Oh, okay. Thank you, man. They got Michael, though. You wanna watch Michael? Well, we're gonna be on our merry way now. Park at Paramount or something. Well, that's a shame. Niggas must really hate their jobs, man. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I was raised a different way. But when I say thank you, I expect to hear you're welcome. I don't know. It's just, why are you so pissy, man? But yeah, we're gonna be on our merry way now. That was that. You want to stop by McDonald's too? just check everything off the list. But they got Michael. And everybody was there watching whatever. It's probably Michael. No, maybe we watch Michael. No, I heard they didn't cover the second part of his life because it's gonna be a part 2. I'm gonna see Michael, man. Yeah, man, we in life. This is how it feels, man. I can't even tell you what I feel. I feel like air. I feel like breathing. I got a spatula. Someone must have forgot to cook. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying shit now. But yeah, this we go across this route. We go down here. And then we keep going down. In just a minute. I got like milk particles. It could be worse, honestly. Could it? I don't know. You know, worse is a word. You know. Oh yeah, this is what it is. But we go down here. And then we go across Stonehill Apartments or something. You know, an old friend of mine. She goes to Hutto High School now. Beautiful, you know, brown-skinned woman again. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But she had like a graduation after party or something around these parts. I was thinking about going, but you know, usually a content guy. I don't think I had money at that time. Oh, yeah, I probably should have put my job back. I'm just going. We can do it while we're walking and talking. Let's see. I'm going to do this. Yeah, I got to finagle it open. Man. Pop this in here. Yeah. Oh, Lord. That's the goat. Oh, damn. It's like my middle finger about to break. Honestly, it would be good to have that hate out of my system. Get this in here. Yeah, the goat. How's the goat? Had some job applications there. Maybe y'all get to see the front. Yeah, it's a nice little cozy spot. It feels like, you know, downstairs area is pretty crowded. They got something going on here. Oh well. I'm not gonna use my third eye here. You gotta be ethical with your powers. But yeah, as we get in here, we're gonna see more familiar faces. And maybe that could be, you know, a plot point. I imagine these being more scripted one day, right? Well, as in, there's more of a structure, I guess. Not scripted. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, here's another traffic circle. Yeah. Should I have gotten a cup? let's get a cup. I'm just gonna go in the go, ask for a cup, see what happens. I think it's like their little community center they got going on here. So hopefully they don't ask me to pay. Can a brother just get a cup? Excuse me. here for a cup. We having fun. Hello. This might be a weird request. Can I just get a cup? Like a plastic cup?
Yeah, what size?
How about medium? All right. Thank you so much. You too. Perseverance period. Let's just try that again. Perseverance pays off. They shouldn't be charged for no cup. Yeah, I think the Bad John party was like over here in this area. So yeah, we testing our comfort levels every day. So yeah, we gonna make our trek, go from this area, Stone Hill, to I guess Bone Hill or something. I don't know what we're calling the other place. Yeah, look at that nonsense. So let's just hope I can get around. Yeah, it didn't look as packed as I imagined it, but when there's people sitting down, it definitely looks like it, you know? But yeah, we're gonna do our track. I guess you're gonna see this too when we get to around McDonald's area. Now, it might get a little tricky getting across McDonald's. You know, the Great Sea, I guess? Is that what I said? Yeah, the Great Sea. Yeah, whatever I called it. But basically, there's a highway that goes across that we're going to have to get across to get around. You know what I mean? But yeah. All right, I got to check some phone messages right quick and make sure everything's going accordingly. So, yeah, caramel in my John, sorry. Anyway, yeah, it's gonna be a second for y'all. Be right back. Okay, we back. Oh, I see didn't do what I meant to do. Sorry. Now we back at it like a crack addict. I might want to be a little, toned down at the apartments because it's been a minute. But always some BS is bound to happen at the John, man. So we're gonna keep it very low key. Car passing. Let's not make any faces. Just go about our business. Ooh, it definitely smelled like old times. I don't know what that bull doing. Why you back up when you... Definitely smells like back home. A cigarette smoke. Or backwoods smoke. Niggas acting like I know the difference. You fucking up your lungs. Don't matter the smell. So let's hope, I remember when I first did one of these massive treks, it was 9th grade. I was going through it. And maybe that's courage, you know, because now that I'm thinking more, you know, God bless, I'm a little bit more fearful, you know, because before, back then, I didn't care what was going to happen. And maybe that's a good mentality to have, at least when you're outside. Anything can happen. You know? So I guess that's a part of maturing. It's not about not crying. It's about being courageous. Yeah. None of the toxicity. This stuff's supposed to mean something. You know, it's been a while. This is, you know, off topic. I was getting off it anyway. But, yeah. Whatchamacallit? There was like this weird cheese that was on the ground on my way to McDonald's. The Red Sea. There we go. There was this weird puddle. Well, no, not puddle. There's little blotches of cheese on the ground. And it's like dipping cheese, you know? Because it seemed like it was wet at a point, you know? But now it's like, I don't know. Whatever it was, evaporated. There's a word for it. Solidified. Yeah, something like that. But you know, the trick is you really just got to carry it. And that's what you got to do. You got to carry it. You know, even when we get to the way back home, we're going to have to get the hat back. And that's probably where we're going to part ways. You know? Because yeah. Oh, I hate that. Fucking ornery ass flies keep on, you know, hitting my hands. Usually they just jump on it, but I can feel them like bouncing off it. They got hard little bodies. I feel like little pellets? What's the name of the fake guns? Doo-doo? No. Not doo-doo. Not doo-doo buster. That ain't shit I'm trying to hear at this time. It scared the shit out of me. Is that cows? I realize y'all can't see anything. Yeah, maybe you can. That's like cows. Oh, God bless the cow. Shout out all my Hindus. Hashtag Brown is back. Brown Boy Summer. I'm gonna call this episode Brown is Back, I think. Because, you know, with the messages of early on, of Black Power, you know, all the sexy Indian Johns, Brown is back. Yeah, man. You don't hear about the Indians a lot. I don't know why, but, man. At Stonehill, you want something to happen? Let's get at Stonehill. And I can do like the real unethical. We get real unethical. Man. Real unethical hoops. We do one of those little question johns. I flip the phone upside down, bring it up to the john. It'd be funny if the screen went upside down, but no, that's not how that works. I have to like physically, yeah, we do that. I'm sure that's a method for you know, a lot of internet figures. And you know, feel how you feel about it. I'm gonna have to use that as my advantage. So yeah, I think it's fine. You know, you just have to carry it. The only thing different between now and then is that, you know, I'm more conscious now in every sense imaginable. Yeah. Just doing what we do. Yeah. So we just gonna go the far way again. Take the right. Yeah, it was over here. Stonehill Apartments. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna just do the same way. Have y'all been here with me before? We'll see. I think so. Yeah, I don't remember. Oh well. I'll remember this time. Hashtag ground is back. Yeah. I feel amped. I spent that. I got that out off my system. Because, you know, the famous lines, how you gonna get rich if you ain't know where to spend? About time you get it, you're broke, you're bent. A bunch of cruise ships I lived. Mama raised me around pools, I learned to swim. I ruminated a while. The while to why stay dry. You know? Maybe I was cooking. Did he cook? You know? I might just want to go forward, honestly. Actually, no. Down there. Usually what we do is, so we go up across this way. And then basically we want to be on the far side of the road. This will get me on the point if I just took this way at a point where I would have to cross again. So yeah, we just gonna take the old route. You know, everybody trying to save their tail, so I'm sure nobody's gonna be on BS. But shouldn't speak it, don't jinx it. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I get that off out of the system. So you can handle other distractions that come your way. You know, money is something you can replenish. That doesn't mean it isn't important. I say it before, I'm gonna say it again. People spend their whole life just trying to get some money. It is more than what, you know, the value we put on it. This is something that can change lives in this society. It's not something to prey on or pray to, but it's a tool. Oh, yep, I'm smelling my breath. Ice cream breath. Mad gnarly. But yeah. Those little apartment hallways, I don't know if y'all see them. I'm gonna do it like this and see. But those apartment hallways, I'm not sure if y'all seen that, but you know, just the hallway. That's the red light back rooms, man. Everybody's so mad, packed up. But this place looked pretty nice. You know, I thought this is where, you know, I feel like they'd be like carpet bombing my John. Like, damn. That'd be crashing to my fingers. I feel like BB gun. There we go. I was on the right track when I said doo-doo. It is 2 letters. It is repetition, alliteration. Yeah, it looks cozy there. Now my grandma's moving. It's such a shame. Because I like that place. She's had it since since I've been in 8th grade. So that's like 2021. Yeah, I'm pretty sure since then. That's when she came down, I believe. Yeah, great place. And, you know, they're raising it by $500, which is a lot. Just saying what I'm making now. And now I understand why people work 2 jobs. Because even just to sustain the house, you know, I spend it all on my little distractions. Money is real, man. Money is real. I would like to live in someplace quaint like that. Because even going there, you know, it was divorced from like the internet stuff. Oh, she did have YouTube on. It's like, it's in the way where like you go to like a cousin's house. There's like some random movie playing on the TV. It felt like that. Like there was no sound on it. I think it had subtitles, like little. Not all subtitles, I believe. Yeah, it was on Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, it's like very quaint. But after that $500 increase, and she has her little job, I'm sure it's something similar to mine, right? I can't believe people, well, maybe that's the issue. Does anyone make enough money in the check to fund a month? Or maybe that's the thing. You're not supposed to have extra. Oh no. No, that's something I have to live too. I can't read any theory on that. I have a better understanding of it once I live it. Yeah. I think y'all were with me, you know? I seen a walk-in case, especially at this dark time. Like I said, all that changed between now and then. It's how I thought about it. You just gotta carry it. Oh, it's starting to look a bit racist out. I'll be home soon. Matter of fact, what if we don't get the hat today? Oh, nah. We're gonna have more occasions where I may be frightened. I have to take it off my first distraction. How about, you know, let's do our first task. How about that? We do our first task after getting rid of our distraction. Because we're gonna have a lot more of these to come. We're just getting started. That was one of my big grand ceremonies, you know, but this time I'm sure of it. All of the other times, well, at least not to the extent now, I know I'm filming this time. And it's on wax. I feel better about it. We're speaking through our ideas. This is how, you know, I keep company. This is how I stay staunch. Stay devout to my beliefs. Or devout. Excuse me. Devote. Ain't no way, man. That would be if English made sense. Nah, it's devout. D-E vote. But yeah. Hopefully the cheese, I'm about to say emancipated. What's the word? Deposition? Was deposited? Or disposited? Oh no, I'm just yapping now. I am. It does feel really eerie out. But yeah, we're gonna do the same thing as before. As we do with all roads. Wait until the roads are clear. Get on the other side. And then get on the farther side. I think I'm good if I get it now. Okay, let's go. Whew. We landed that. And boom. Now you're on the right side. I don't know. I haven't went in that middle route. But I would have. Maybe it would have been. Actually, would have been faster, wouldn't it? Oh well. That's for next time. Learn when to poke the bear. Choose your battles. You know, for a lot of adults, the road they know may not be the easiest, but it's a familiar one, you know? It really is brown boy summer. I think I just seen an Indian nigga on a 3-wheeler. They get to make money, all right. Yeah, I don't want to talk anymore. I didn't realize I was silent for like a minute. Yeah. We in this John. We moving. Brown is back. Brown is back. Now, I'm down to include, you know, Indians and Mexicans. So the brown is back. That's what I'm saying. Brown is back, not black is back. Now, usually, I tend to, you know, regret having everybody in. But, you know, we might get some views. We might get some views. And remember, we cousins. Brothers, maybe. But that don't mean you can say our words. That don't mean you got our struggles. We united. We ain't the same. You know? Respectfully. So if I'm gonna do Brown is back, you gotta carry it, you know? We all carrying it tonight. I need you to carry it, Brown brothers. Y'all be having 3-wheelers. Y'all be balling. Don't listen to what Master says. He's a liar. Master want the worst for everybody. So yeah, Brown is back. Episode name. Since 9:13, we got it. If it takes me maybe around 40 minutes to get from home to Zaxby's, which we're about to cross through, it should take me around maybe an hour 20 to do the whole circuit back. You know, as I said, I'm still a little wary. Let's see if we see the cheese. It was around when that ramp starts down there. Yeah, I should linger on it more. Yeah, let's see if the cheese was the despoted. Wherever it is when rocks move. Yeah, because it was like chunky looking now. Didn't even look like liquid anymore. So yeah, hopefully that's gone. Because I always say I'm going to deal with it. How about this? Next time we buy this way, I'm going to deal with it. If it's still there. Why? Just to be a positive image. Maybe kids come from McDonald's. They live near Stonehill. They're passing up by. They see a kid picking up the cheese. It's like, what's his deal? And parents are like, don't worry about that nigger. And then the kid's like, I want to pick up cheese too. I don't listen to mom and daddy. And then maybe that's a kid that just defeated, well, at least challenged their own whiteness. Now, I was actually imagining a little Mexican baby, like a brown baby. But yeah, even so, you gotta, I'm definitely getting drunk. Even this time during work, I'm getting a little in the man. I'm getting a little out of it. Maybe delirious is the word. It happens to everyone, I think. You get delirious. Because so much we even been doing the bottom, John. You can see my face all shiny now. I look like, what's in the Tin Man off the Wiz? I say Wizard of Oz. No, it's the Wiz. That's our version. I'll be looking like Tin Man. Like they put gold paint on my face. But yeah, everyone gets delirious. Around this time, I start like doing stuff slower at work. And this is like closing time. It's around 9, 10, 11. Well, it's usually either 10 or 11. On Fridays and Saturdays, it's 11. I'm pretty sure on Sundays, it's back to 10. So yeah, I don't know. If this pops enough, go visit Zaxby's. I don't know, just doing promo. Even though I don't eat most of their stuff, they got good cheddar bites off there. Maybe I'll order that one of these days. I basically have a schedule now though. Tuesdays and Fridays. Yeah, hopefully they remix it a bit. Because I don't think that gives me any shifts. You know, the bad John I was telling you about at the start of this episode. Yeah. You know, hopefully, you know, we still get that. She's very quiet, you know, in her own world. And, you know, I've seen what happens when you try to rush things. So I'm just going to take it slow. I mean, wherever time I get to speak to her is pleasant. She's very beautiful. But yeah, we don't have any shifts together, so hopefully that gets finessed. I mean, I can say it on here. I mean, it's late in the video, and no one usually gets this far in general with anyone's videos, you know. So yeah, we here with it. We're getting in marching grasses. I'm gonna have to put my knees up. Oh yeah, everybody riding tops down. Pause. I mean tops of their cars. But yeah. Shout out black woman. Shout out brown women. Yeah, Mexicans included, I think. Because most times Latinas don't be brown. They be having their pale side showing. No offense, you know, I'm delirious right now. You can't cancel me. We got random abysses. So yeah, we almost on the other side of the Red Sea. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all were here with me before. Yeah. Maybe. I don't think I'm going to use the bathroom. We're going to test it. Because I feel a pee coming on. This isn't like one of those you're going to work pees where it's like you piss, put your belt on, you got to pee again. I think this is real. You know? Let's I don't know. I think the cheese is gone, by the way. It was usually around this area. Can someone give me some light? Yeah, the cheese is gone. Now, I believe that was like 1.5 months ago. So I hope, you know, the winds carried it away, or someone else, you know, did they big one. Shout out the cheese being gone. I hope y'all would have seen on a different episode. Because, like, how'd I even get there? Maybe it was like spare time or something. I think I have some cheese sauce. Now we got money. We can go a lot more places now. Now, let's not spite the point of this video. I'm trying to, invest in us more. Because I'm already conscious of it. Now you gotta, praxis. Now that's some better light. So yeah, we got cross the Red Sea. Then we're gonna be on the McDonald's, Popeyes, Zaxby's side. Then we're gonna be on our normal route. Not normal route. You know what? Maybe I need to stop correcting myself. Sometimes you can just be wrong and say it's the accent. I think it is the accent here. It's the freaking expander accent. Because the freaking orthodontist put the expander on top of my mouth. But then we knocked it out. I was protesting even back then. The spirit never dies. It doesn't just spawn in. Sometimes it just wakes up, man. But then we knocked that out, and it's like my teeth weren't finished shifting. So now it's like I don't know how to show it. I don't know how to show it, right? But yeah, man. So yeah, no more correcting. If I say wow, it's wow. Not route. It's wow. Y'all gonna hear my war. Not roar. RAR file. Not RAR file, WAR file. I ain't seen this little John. Are they building something again? I thought someone was speaking to me. No, that's just the radio. We at Walmart now. Yeah, I don't know where we're going to start with the financing. But just have it in your brain, Brown is back. Oh, y'all see that? Orange, it's orange moon. Reflects the light of the sun. How good it is. How good it is. How good it is. Wow, look at that. How God is. How's that sound? Okay, we make money off that? What was that? What was that one meme? Talk about people singing. Talk about I got a secret talent or something. Testing my secret talents. I was like, I didn't know that was a meme. I thought like, all right, is people really tapping into their creative bones? Like, no, you do have a talent. I'm really trying to, man, you can blossom into that. But I didn't know it was a meme. And there again, me taking in something from the internet, thing like, oh, nah, you really do got a talent. Keep on singing. Let me manage you. No Diddy. Not in a gay way, but now like man, you get it. But yeah, wow, look at that. Smelling pizza over that way. I'm thinking about getting Fortnite again. Fortnite saved the world. Has that gotten any cheaper? Because considering all the money they spend on that, you're getting all these deals from other, getting Star Wars. Matter of fact, it's probably gonna be more expensive now. They spend money getting the rights to them. We got anime characters, Star Wars. We got Dragonborn. They got everybody. Fortnite is Smash Bros. Now. Ain't that something? Now, is McDonald's far or close? Because Popeyes is over there. Now, let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, McDonald's is to the right of Popeyes. If only we could see the orange moon in Popeyes. Wow, what a whimsical day. Oh, it looks clear. Is this a go? Oh no, we got a car with one lap. I think I'm good to go. I got this. Let's get it. And like that, the Red Sea is parted. So we're just gonna head to McDonald's, get a drink and dip. I mean, I got money now, so I don't gotta be as risky. I just pay for it if the man. Yeah, it can get real crowded some days, but you just gotta see your chance and then see your spot and go. Okay. Let's see how we can finagle this. Gangster. You see, that's how you gotta do it. Just go in, you gotta get you a cup. They don't have free cups there. That's how they get you, but we always prepare for this. Here in Pennsylvania, the one near my dad's apartments. You just gotta get you a cup and boom. Even in New York too. Yeah, just walk in. I might even be allowed at this point. I don't know. Now, my cousin told me that's the formaldehyde, right? Because I don't know why. This like soap tasting Sprite tastes good, and the Sprite everywhere else, comparatively, tastes like trash. And that's how they get you. See, they pump you up with all the bad stuff to where normal stuff feels crazy. I mean, I go back to Harlem with a salad, I'm sure they're gonna look at me crazy. Why? Because we're always used to eating, I don't know, chicken or something. Chicken and rice off the Chinese spot. We give them the Chinese on money. But that's more complicated. That requires a different diagnosis. But let's indulge in the hand sanitizer water, courtesy of the goat, the cup. Thank you, the goat. That's its name. The roast of the goat. How do I take a picture of that? Yeah. Reflecting the light of my son. I forgot the lyrics of that song. That's a great song though. Shout out Erykah Badu. Brown is back. You know, I feel like Mondami. I'm not saying that. Nah, shout out Mondami. How about Jones on it? Is it Jones or Joan? I was about to Joan on it. There we go. Yeah, it's probably, oh, excuse me. Yeah, no more of this too, by the way. Hand sanitizer, Sprite. They pump you up with the bad stuff, make regular stuff look crazy. I mean, that's power creep right there. They power creeping nutrition. Say it ain't so. Yeah, so maybe it's gonna be like another 40 because we're getting to the split. I'm looking mad shiny. Triglycerides, you know, man. We just feeling good. Yeah, it's been good. You know, Pizza Hut, all that. Now that I think about Pizza Hut, you know, my sister told me moderation, and usually, based off some other things she said, you know, sometimes I discount what she says. Admittedly, I mean, that's how it goes. But maybe in moderation. A lot of the ills can be used to, you know, unite. It can be used to fight indifference. And I think the main issue I have with it is, at least now that our current exigence, I wouldn't want to put this stuff in our community. You know, we're not always gonna. That's interesting. I didn't want to read that. It was like this little red triangle, or whatever 3D triangle is, put to a tree. Like red triangle said like select trap or something. I don't know. But yeah, Sprite was always, at least at McDonald's, when you used to get chicken nuggets and fries when I was young and when I was still eating, you know, animals. Good times. Especially at my dad's house, we used to get the pizza. I think there's pizza down the road too. It's good times. That can be used to unite, but the fact that we don't have a lot of good stuff to begin with, I think is why I want to be so staunch in this viewpoint, you know? Wow. Okay, I got it. Look at that. I don't know. I feel weird drinking while moving. I'm not sure if that's a, you know, affect of isolation autism. But the man. Look at the orange moon. It was more like a yellow moon. I'm not sure if it's always been like that or I'm just getting fatigued. Fatigue. Fatigue, as I used to call it. Maybe I never drink like without a straw while moving. I don't know. Yeah, that's beautiful right there. That's why I gotta close my eyes too. Well, luckily we won't be drinking soap Sprite anytime soon. If we can raise, you know, the lifespan of black people, because, you know, I'm feeling a little bit brown today, man. But no, for black people specifically, that's my responsibility, naturally, then maybe I would be more, well, I guess less modest about eating outside. Because it got to a point where maybe I detox my body, maybe I'm just thinking about it more. But I can taste the oils and stuff now, man. And I'd be raising our cholesterol. And we already be around a lot of gas stations, eating chocolate bars, all that. And that's all that really got down there. I realized. I remember one time I went, maybe 2024. Yeah, I wasn't there last year. Last year was just a mess. But last time I was in Harlem, all that was really open, it was like 8, maybe like the same time now, like 9:30 type. All that was open was the Chinese spot, and we wasn't trying to get that. I'm not sure, you know, what else was open, but we landed on pizza. And even then I felt weird about it, you know? I wanted to be healthy because I had the option to. But living there, and just the day I spent there and the other days I spent, that's all they really got there. There isn't no, like, I guess they have something at the bodega type. But yeah, I'm sure that was there. I don't feel like it was. Because like the corner station I had there, I didn't see like sandwich options type. And even admittedly, those can be messing you up too, man. We're about to be finished with the hand sanitizer soap. Yeah, it might as well be that. It reminds me of that. Because my mom always used to wash my hands. You know, despite all their flaws, I still have a love for her. I have to. I can't let them use that against me. Maybe it's a placebo, John. But this really does remind me of hand sanitizer in the best way possible. But yeah, in the hoods, it doesn't seem like there's much healthy options, and I think that's by design. And I guess, you know, in the more affluent parts of town, when people be riding three-wheelers and, you know, little small cars where you can see the grass, you know, maybe I can be a little less staunch here. Because there are options when you have more money. And down there it does cost to be healthy. Ironically. I'd argue it even costs more to be unhealthy. You're gonna pay with your life. But yeah, that's why I want to be conscious of that. Because back where the rest of my family is, I'm sure there is something there because they get by somehow, but we can't act like the problem doesn't exist. There isn't much easy and accessible, you know, avenues to getting healthy food. And let's hope Mom Dami can follow through on that. Free groceries and all that. And get them the good stuff. Man, we had ice cream there. I mean, it felt good in the moment, but, you know, the exodus needs to change. I understand why people get out of it. And people feel, you know, individualistic when it comes to these things because, yeah, sometimes it's hard to know where to start, but, you know, with the privilege I've been allotted as a black person, I think we should reach back the best we can. So we can either get them good or just at least get the people there good. I'm more of the former. Let's get the people. Excuse me, let's get the hoods good. Get the hoods good. Yeah. Because even over here, when there's more options, I felt it. Even eating that stuff all the time. Like, it may be good, but deep down, I'm not sure if this is just me, but, you know, it didn't feel the best. Not how I feel with vegetables. So yeah, that's why we need markets. And, you know, what's the word? Divorce from the state. Because then we can control it. It's going to be, I want there to be some safeguards to cutting that supply. Need the farms to unite. Because if we have all these splinter groups around, right? We have these splinter groups around. We need to put the pride in the trash. Take it out. Give it to them. That pride's going to get us in situations we don't need to be in. Because we know back when we were just Africans, You know, you got where you finna. We were a diverse people who allied for many diverse reasons. But that's not our exigence currently. I wish we can just be people fully. And you know, you can do whatever. But I feel the weight of it. And maybe that's just to help me feel like I'm doing something in life. But that's real. They want us to be against each other. You gotta be bigger. And maybe in the world where black people can just be Africans, as we always have been, divorced from white oppression. Then, maybe, if you want to get your hands dirty, smelling all crazy, you can reach back in the garbage and get your pride back. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, man. You just gotta get your frequencies and vibrations tuned to God. So there's a little piece of African that knows that they the first, that knows they God, and knows that they are God out there. Have a little piece of the revolution everywhere. Oh, God. Crap. There's no snakes. Did y'all see me doing all that crazy jumping? I want to get on the other side. Oh. Well, that was that. Shout out the GOAT. Shout out hand sanitizer spray. You be bathing the people, hand sanitizer spray. Remember, my cousin and I got Wingstop, I think, and he got the spray. And then he said, this don't taste like anything. And I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm sure it tasted, you know, Sprite-like. Extra Sprite-like. But the way McDonald's do is just different. They putting the hand sanitizer in, the fry salt, formaldehyde. Now, he told me that. I didn't research that, but I believe him. I'm sure they put crack in it too. Crack hand sanitizer. What was it? What I say, TSM? What's MSG? There we go. Put the whole 9 in there. Yeah, man. I'm feeling God. I breathe in life. Whew. Anything is possible. It may take a lifetime. And I gotta be patient with people. You gotta be the church. The church. And then the church. That's a good song. What's that song about? I don't know. It's about Amen. Who cares? Yeah, you need to be the church. We have your safe space be like a church, where church should be. Don't judge people, but that's God's job. That's what I got from the comments, looking at that earlier. That makes sense to me. We don't need to be judging people in the first place. And maybe that's the human in me. And meditating is how you get close to God. I say, this is something I used to say earlier. I didn't know what it meant, but it's starting to make more sense now. When you wake up, I feel like that's as unbiased as you're gonna be, as close to God. Because sleep is like meditation. You doing nothing for however long, it's good. Amen? Sleep is like meditation. Sleep is very useful. Yeah, maybe I'll save up for an apartment type. Because hopefully we do this. Because the more we do this, I'm going to feel how possible it is to do it on your own. Because I always knew you can do it on your own. And I guess this isn't, a very fleshed out grievance, but it is, I think, something that I would want to mind, as with the, black grocery stores, the divorce from the state. It's that, the college I'm going to, Cheney, is a public university. And you might be thinking, well, what's wrong with that? But what does that even mean? I mean, it's still a college you can go to, black experience, all that. I mean, I already had a black experience. Maybe it's going to be, if anything, it's going to be a bourgeois experience. It's going to be closer to the bougies and future bougies. And that's not something I want to be a part of. I think I'm on a more radical tip. I'm trying to get rid of the system. And on the grocery part, I think if we can finance ourselves in the meantime, there's going to be less, what's the word? Less confusion. And I guess, what's the word? Like static. Yeah, less static regarding how we interact with the struggle and fight it. Because, yeah, this stuff don't work, right? But we got to do something in the meantime, right? I think grocery stores and manufacturing, that's a dream, all right? I used to just say I want to do good by my community. But that's not good enough for some people. Oh, it's getting real dark now. You got to look at the shine in my eyes. Yeah, damn, this is crazy. I don't do flashlight either. I like how we move in silence. Hey, man, how about this? This is better. But, yeah. If it's public, I haven't fleshed out this thought, but it's giving me some grievances. When it's public, be funded. That means it's funded by, the state and the government. Meaning, potential curriculum that may challenge it is probably not going to be accepted in it. Or you're going to have to heavily bastardize it in order to get it through. And it's like, I don't like that. It might be fine for the bougies that's just gonna be at the head of or be an employee at these big white companies, afford their salary, then getting where they fit in. I don't like that reality for me. I don't want to just be comfortable. I want to do a lot of other things. I think comfortable is one of those things. Like I said at the beginning, I feel that's going to be a guarantee. As long as I find myself a place to sleep, I guess that's comfortable, right? Don't got to answer to too much people. When playing the vagabond. And that's liberating. I don't just want to be comfortable. Maybe I've exhausted it, and that's something I want to challenge too. This is a different type of discipline that can keep you from investing in things that may be harmful to you, that works instead of exhausting yourself from it. I bashed my head on the school system so much I fell out, which I'm sure is the case for a lot of people, but even in, diet-wise, I had these things a lot. Like I said, I was going to stop drinking, the hand soap Sprite, or eating the ice cream, eating out. And then, for me, maybe it's time, or maybe it's exhaustion. I don't think there's a way to tell. I have to soul search more. But the exhaustion route may be what I took to make me say I'm not taking this anymore. So, what do you think's gonna happen when people with nothing, say they come from the hood, start getting their money and they see all these stuff? It's like, I want to get all that. Then you go broke trying to get it. I hope we all know about the T-Pain story, right? He had all that money, he had like $9 million or something. He spent it all on like house, cars. And then he went broke. We went bankrupt. It's crazy. Because you imagine all these things that you want to get, then you go broke trying to get it. How you gonna get rich if you ain't nowhere to spend? And that's what I had to realize for me. And I think the best, and the best route you take is one that isn't exhaustive. Be right back. And I'll text mama. Like I was saying, meditation, all that is free. It takes longer. Same thing with Ozempic and doing push-ups, exercise. You want to lose your stomach quick? You're going to take Ozempic, and I definitely feel it. I feel insecure about my stomach. It goes over my pants line and stuff. I feel insecure about that too. I'm not scared to admit it. That's real life. Maybe I'll save this cup for like a plant. Put it in my pocket. But yeah, it's better off that you meditate from something than be so close to it it can hurt you. Even in relationships too, right? Thank you, lamppost. You're back in life now. But yeah, it's best off to meditate. I'm just gonna wait until we get the hat. I can put this in my bag, and then that's gonna be the end of us for today. It's been a great trip. I like these. I like going when the sun's out and then coming back when everybody's winding down. It reminds me of, school days. No relation. Band days when I used to walk back to there. The apartments, all that. But yeah, it's best off, at least for the future generations, to meditate. Look who's getting faster. But it's best off to meditate off something for our kids, the next generation. Because imagine a world where that doesn't exist. Hello. I know what that dog is. But yeah, you better off meditating. Yeah, I hope that message, resonated with someone. You don't have to bang your head on the wall. Sometimes you do. And don't be mad at yourself for it. I used to be mad at myself for not staying in school, but that wasn't my route. I think I'd be a much bigger contradiction if I was in the system still. It'd be harder to break it because I would have half thought it works. But yeah, the issue with the meditation route is that a lot of people deal with life as life comes. And that was me too, but I mean, we don't have a lot of times to rest. It's natural. We do 9 to 5s every day, some people. And they got no time to rest ever. They're just doing that every day. And yeah. People don't have the time to meditate, is what I'm saying. They go meditate when they sleep. Yes, it's getting a little wary now. But I hope my message was heard. I want to make that third place too. I want to make that church. Amen. Affluent people can never be too safe. I don't want to poke the bear like I was saying. So yeah, we winding down a bit. Yeah. I'm going to miss all these old things. Something new can always happen with water. You live longer, there's more to see. Yeah, I'm nothing else really. It's probably gonna come out tomorrow. You already know, it's already gonna take a minute just to splice up all the files. And plus I have to wait for it to upload on YouTube. So yeah, it's good energy today. I don't like that. But I feel like I'm Halloween land. But yeah, it's been mad long since I was out this late. Like I said, oh crap. 2 episodes ago. Maybe it's just a feeling. We had to go through this. Yeah, they blocked out this road. Can't see nothing. I'm just trying to get across, man. I'm not gonna rob these niggas. I'm sure they expect it sometimes. No, I'm just trying to get across, man. How high is this grass? Holy flip. Y'all see that? Oh, hell no. Look how high that is. Hopefully y'all can see it with the light. Now we just gonna zip across, cause hell no. I think this road's alright, right? But yeah, this is still good. Yeah, it's just the left side. Yeah, y'all can't even see me anymore. Hey, there's the yellow moon now. Yeah, I took these routes when I was younger. A lot more bright-eyed and, let's say, a lot less conscious. So yeah, we gonna get this hat. Then I'll catch y'all. Maybe y'all see me tomorrow. Got work again Tuesday, so y'all see me then. But I feel positive about this one. You know, we trying a lot. Oh fuck. My luck, right? The shit was just on. Oh fuck to the no. Okay, y'all gonna keep me safe. But the lights just randomly went out. Just hit 10. Got me thinking it's 11 or something. You know, these rich niggas making shit feel like Get Out. I'm about to take the hint. Let's see if there's any animals or some shit. Okay, nope. Yeah, hell no. Not today. I used to spend nights out here. Get back at around like 1 or 2. Back there in my defiant days. I didn't get any less defiant. You know, that's still my soul as a revolutionary to me. But, man, I knew, well, I guess I'm learning about when to poke the bear. Yep. I mean, I guess I have to go out at some time, right? Almost feels like I stepped on a wire. So it almost felt too convenient. Ain't that some shit? Oh, well, pray for me, y'all. I'm telling you. I don't know. I don't know what I'm telling you. That shit felt mad eerie. Yeah. Go get the hat, put this in the jar. Then I need to get my ass back in. Yeah. More of these to come. Do I have any grand statement for before we leave? Just heard some shit crack. Stay conscious. Stay conscious. Here's my hat. Don't be afraid to take the risk. And it's good to have comrades. Because 4 hands are better than 2. 2 brains better than 1. And yeah, stay conscious, stay woke. I don't know. Brown is back. This has been P.